Science fiction is becoming reality. Labs are now growing food, meat without animals, milk without cows. This technology promises to change how we eat. Proponents of lab-grown food highlight its potential benefits. They talk about ending world hunger and fighting climate change. The idea is appealing. Abundant, sustainable food for everyone. But what about the risks? What are the potential downsides of this new technology? We need to ask these questions before lab-grown food becomes commonplace. Our health and the health of our planet are at stake. We need a careful, informed discussion about the future of food. The promise of lab-grown food is seductive. Imagine, no more factory farms, no more deforestation for agriculture. Food production would be clean and controlled. This technology could potentially produce more food using fewer resources. It could reduce our reliance on traditional farming practices. These are important goals, especially in a world facing climate change and population growth. However, we must be cautious. Technological solutions often come with unintended consequences. What works in a lab may not translate well to the real world. The excitement surrounding lab-grown food should not blind us to potential risks. We must proceed with caution and prioritize long-term thinking over short-term gains. Lab-grown food starts with cell cultures. These tiny cells are the foundation of what could become the future of food production. These cells are then grown in a controlled environment, meticulously monitored to ensure optimal growth conditions. Scientists use a cocktail of nutrients and growth factors to stimulate cell growth. This mixture is carefully formulated to mimic the natural environment of the cells. The exact composition of this growth medium varies, depending on the type of cells and the desired end product. However, it often includes ingredients not found in nature. These synthetic components are designed to enhance growth and efficiency. These can be genetically modified organisms, artificial growth hormones, and synthetic nutrients. Each plays a specific role in the development process. The long-term health effects of consuming these substances are unknown. Consumers are rightfully concerned about what they are putting into their bodies. There is limited research on how they impact the human body. Current studies are not comprehensive enough to provide definitive answers. More studies are needed to determine their safety. Researchers are calling for extensive testing and long-term studies. Additionally, the production process itself raises concerns. The complexity of lab-grown food production introduces new variables. Contamination is a risk, as with any form of food production. Strict protocols are necessary to prevent any potential hazards. However, the consequences could be more severe with lab-grown food. The introduction of unnatural ingredients adds another layer of uncertainty. Proponents of lab-grown food claim it can be just as nutritious as conventional food. They highlight the potential to address food security and reduce environmental impact. They argue that the nutritional content can be controlled and even enhanced. By manipulating the growing conditions, scientists can add specific vitamins and minerals to meet dietary needs. However, food is more than just the sum of its nutrients. The experience of eating involves taste, texture, and the natural complexity of whole foods. The complex matrix of compounds found in whole foods is difficult to replicate in a lab. Each natural ingredient contains a unique combination of nutrients and bioactive compounds. These compounds work synergistically to provide health benefits. For instance, the combination of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants in natural foods supports overall well-being. For example, antioxidants in fruits and vegetables work together to protect our cells from damage caused by free radicals. The fiber in whole grains helps regulate our digestion, maintaining a healthy gut and preventing various diseases. It's unclear if lab-grown foods can provide these same benefits. The long-term health effects of consuming lab-grown food are still unknown. Furthermore, the taste and texture of lab-grown food are still being refined. Chefs and food scientists are working to make lab-grown food more palatable and appealing. While progress has been made, many people find the taste and texture unappealing. The challenge remains to create lab-grown food that not only matches the nutritional profile, but also the sensory experience of natural food. Section 5. The mystery of long-term effects. The biggest unknown with lab-grown food is its long-term impact on human health. These products are relatively new. There hasn't been enough time to study their effects over decades of consumption. Some scientists worry about potential unintended consequences. Altering the natural structure of food could have unforeseen effects on our bodies. We simply don't know what we don't know. Long-term studies are crucial. We need to understand how lab-grown food affects our gut health, our immune system, and our overall well-being. Without this research, we are conducting a massive experiment on ourselves. Section 6. Environmental impacts. A question of sustainability. As we delve into the environmental impacts of our food systems, the question of sustainability becomes ever more pressing. Advocates often tout the environmental benefits of lab-grown food, highlighting its potential to revolutionize the way we produce and consume food. They argue that it can reduce greenhouse gas emissions and land use compared to traditional agriculture, which is known for its significant carbon footprint and extensive land requirements. However, these claims are based on theoretical models, not real-world data. The projections, while promising, have yet to be fully validated through practical, large-scale implementation. The actual environmental impact of large-scale lab-grown food production is still unknown. Scaling up these technologies could present unforeseen challenges and environmental costs. For example, producing the energy required to power these facilities could offset any environmental gains. The energy demands of maintaining controlled environments for lab-grown food are substantial. The disposal of waste products from the production process is another concern. Managing byproducts and ensuring they do not harm the environment is a complex issue that needs addressing. Furthermore, shifting to a food system reliant on technology could have unintended consequences for biodiversity. The impact on natural ecosystems and wildlife habitats must be carefully considered. It's crucial to consider the broader ecological impacts before embracing this technology. A holistic approach is necessary to ensure that the benefits outweigh the potential drawbacks, safeguarding our planet for future generations. Section 7. Ethical considerations. Food as a right, not a privilege. The development of lab-grown food raises ethical questions about food access and affordability. Will this technology be accessible to everyone, or will it exacerbate existing inequalities? There's a risk that lab-grown food could become a luxury product, affordable only to the wealthy. This would further marginalize low-income communities and perpetuate food insecurity. Furthermore, concentrating food production in the hands of a few corporations could have negative consequences for farmers and rural communities. We need to ensure that the transition to a more technologically advanced food system is just and equitable. Section 8. The importance of traditional food systems. While lab-grown food may seem like a futuristic solution, it's essential not to dismiss the value of traditional food systems. For centuries, farmers have cultivated a diverse array of crops and livestock breeds, adapting to local climates and ecosystems. These traditional food systems embody generations of knowledge and cultural heritage. They provide livelihoods for millions of people worldwide and contribute to the biodiversity of our planet. Instead of replacing these systems, we should focus on supporting sustainable farming practices. Agroecology, regenerative agriculture, and other approaches can enhance food security while protecting the environment. Section 9. A call for caution and continued research. Lab-grown food is a powerful technology with the potential to reshape our relationship with food. However, it's crucial to approach this innovation with caution and a critical eye. We need more research to fully understand the long-term health and environmental impacts of lab-grown food. This research should be independent and transparent, free from industry influence. Consumers deserve access to accurate and unbiased information about the food they eat. Labeling of lab-grown products should be clear and informative, allowing consumers to make informed choices. Section 10. Conclusion. Our food, our future. The choices we make about food have profound implications for our health, our environment, and our future. Lab-grown food presents both opportunities and challenges. While this technology holds promise, it's not a silver bullet solution. We must proceed with caution, prioritizing long-term thinking, ethical considerations, and the preservation of our planet's biodiversity. The future of food is not about choosing between technology and tradition. It's about finding a balance that nourishes both people and the planet. We need a food system that is sustainable, equitable, and above all, life-affirming.